This video describes how to debug scripts using the debugger in Apps Script. You will learn to control the execution flow of a script and inspect variables. To debug a script, we need to first control the execution flow of a script. The execution flow of a script can be controlled using breakpoints and stepping methods such as step in, step over, and step out. Then we inspect variables at each step. This helps us step through the code and identify any bugs or issues. Let's start writing a script. Let's go to Google Sites. Let's select a site where we want to write the script. Click More Action. Select Manage Site. Click on Apps Script. And let's launch the editor. We'll write a very simple script with two functions, function getX and function getY. Let's add some code to getX. Our function getX returns a value x, which is computed by calling function getY. Let's save the script and execute. Now let's view the logs. View, logs. As you can see, our script executes as expected. Now let's execute our script in the debugger. But before we do that, we need to add a breakpoint. A breakpoint is denoted by a big red dot next to the line number on the script editor. It allows you to take control of the execution flow by telling Apps Script where to give up control. By setting breakpoints at key locations, you can step through code easily and inspect. Now let's set a breakpoint. You can click on the line number to set a breakpoint. This red dot denotes a breakpoint, and click again if you want to remove the breakpoint. Now let's set a breakpoint at line number 4. Let's execute the script in the debugger. We are now executing the script in the debugger. As you can see on the screen, the script was executed until a breakpoint was reached. At this time, the execution flow has suspended and waiting for you to move forward. If you recall, there were 3 ways to control the execution of the script by using different stepping functions: step in, step over, and step out. Let's see example of each of these stepping functions. First, step over. By clicking on step over icon, you execute each line at a time. We are currently at line number 4. Let's step over to the next line. Step over again. As you can see, by clicking on step over, we are continuing the execution flow. As you are stepping over, you can inspect the value of variables at each line. This is very useful in debugging. Now let's stop the debugger. The second way to control execution flow is by using step in. Let's see an example of that. Let's start the debugger again. Step in behaves the same way as step over, except that it steps into a function. Now at line 4, we have the choice of stepping into function getY. Click on the step in icon to step into getY method. Now we have stepped in getY function. We can continue to step over 2 lines in getY. Use step over to proceed to the next line in the same function. The third way to control execution flow is by using step out. Now let's say we don't want to step over the remaining lines in getY function. To step out, we just click on step out and we get out of getY function back to getX function. All this while, we can continue to inspect variables. In this tutorial, we showed you how easy it is to use the debugger in Apps Script.